the first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Celtics come into Game 3 up 2-0. Will their relentless desire thrust them to a third straight victory? The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Magic. Round 1 of the NBA playoffs continues.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 3 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 matchup. 2-0 so far. Perhaps the tide can turn in this one. With Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The wing pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum out there with Vucevic, and it's Pritchard in at the 1. And for Orlando, Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. The guard pair form will be Suggs and Bane. And it's Carter in at the center, filling out the middle. Take a look at the Magic. You know, there's been a large gap between their expectations and their performance. But here at home, this crowd will give them a burst of energy. You can feel it.
And there's nothing quite like a home crowd in the postseason. I'd expect this place to give every ounce of energy to encourage their team tonight.
Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
And Wagner has it in the corner. No good from outside. Brown outside. Tatum with the screen on Wagner. Tatum's shot is off. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. They lost their last game on Tuesday.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Suggs against Pritchard. Here's Wagner on target from 13 feet.
Wagner able to get that one lined up from mid-range.
The Celtics have gone 0-3 from the field to start the game. Outside Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Then jammed down as he goes right over Paolo Banchero.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad man.
That's a great look at that move from the Connected Cam, sponsored by AT&T. Orlando, they've gone 1-3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Banchero. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Brown makes it off the glass.
Nice.
Night in, night out, Brown just makes plays.
Banchero against Tatum. Jacks up a 3. Banchero, that's good.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Celtics have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Vucevic a screen on Wagner. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Brown.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Suggs passes to Bing. LaShape. And he jams it with authority.
That's what I call a move.
That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring. And that one is good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, the Magic head coach had a few moments to share with me. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Kevin, back over to you.
Thank you once again, Allie. Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Anthony Black comes in for Suggs. And then for Boston, Cade is checked in, and Sam Hauser's subbed in for Pritchard. Black kicks to Carter. Stolen away.
Nice.
White left side. Outside Tatum.
Too early.
Sinks the
Okay.
three-pointer. Tatum's got his second bucket of the night.
Good job by Tatum to exploit the space just outside the arc.
Banchero outside. And that one's good.
That's
Wagner.
fine.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You will gladly take those.
Here's Hauser. Queta, the pass to Hauser. 6 to shoot. Outside Tatum. Brown outside. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando, they've gone 4-7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Carter outside. And then Carter with the dunk.
Playing with some force on the interior. You gotta love Carter Jr. playing with that level of physicality.
Right side, White. There's the pick to the inside. Queta. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And it's Banchero missing. White looking around. To the middle. It's stolen by Banchero. That shot misses. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
The Magic trailing on the floor for Boston. They've got Vucevic, and it's Gonzalez in at the point guard position. Black kicks to Richardson. There's Bitadze, and that one's drained from the low block. And here's Gonzalez. Vucevic is screen on Richardson. Down low. And slammed
Nice.
by Vucevic.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now, here's Richardson. Bitadze setting a screen for Richardson. Kicks it out to Wagner. Clock at 6. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. On offense, here are the Celtics. Picked by Vucevic. Gonzalez passes to Vucevic. It's hauled in by the Magic.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Wagner finds Richardson. Bitadze setting a screen for Richardson. And he banks in the layup.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. So for the Magic, Bane comes in for Goga Bitadze. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Richardson. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Left side, Bane. Wagner kicks to Bane. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Wagner outside and taken away by Brown. Brown attacking. Yep, that one goes in there.
Carving up the defenders like a surgeon. Brown is gifted at getting all the way to the rim.
Now, here's Wagner. Not a lot of room, and it's in there. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. This one for three.
Nice.
That one's in. His first shot this game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And Daryl's check in for Wagner. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's Suggs. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Suggs against Brown. Vucevic is screen on Suggs. Here's Brown. And it's Boston with another.
Getting comfortable in the second quarter. His efficiency is finally on the rise.
Black the pass to Bane. Loads it up there for Bane.
Oh.
An emphatic LU jam.
Such an athletic play by Bane, going up high for that oop.
Brown outside. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Here's Black. He's covered by Pritchard. Suggs looking around. Shot clock at 6. Black the pass to Wagner. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse. Wagner's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just looked a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Down against Suggs. Hauser bounce pass. Pick by Vucevic. Pritchard passes to Vucevic.
Because he can commit
Nice.
all three levels, Vucevic is a tricky cover.
The Celtics shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Shooting for Boston, Nikola Vucevic. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
No good on the free throw.
What makes Vooch so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night.
Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Franz Wagner comes in for Black. Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Sam Hauser.
There we go.
He hits the second from the line. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Suggs against Pritchard. Deep 2 from Wagner.
Oh.
And again, it's Orlando converting.
Fantastic.
Oh, I thought it was a
ball
3.
movement,
Never mind.
Picking them apart with their passing.
Celtics have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. There's 14 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Payne for 3. And Pritchard pulls it down. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Celtics up 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome all. Game 3, and it's a real halftime cliffhanger for the Boston Celtics.
Playoff atmosphere, hostile environment, man. They're handling the pressure, putting themselves in a good spot to win.
Hard to focus with thousands of fans screaming at you. They've stayed in it. They've stayed confident. Checking out the circumstances for the Orlando Magic. They find themselves down 2 games to none. Could be looking at a tough path forward. Shaq, is panic part of the vocabulary?
Normally, you don't say panic in situations like these, but right now, these guys need to smash that panic button, do something different.
I don't think they could take the same approach and win this series. Adjustments are needed for them to get back in it.
Just like adjustments are needed here in the studio, but that's a story for another day. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
NBA playoffs, round 1. Thanks for joining us as we get back to the action on the court. You look at Jaylen Brown, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Well, it doesn't get much better than playoff basketball. Let's get back to the action here in round 1. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Payne and Wagner. And it's Suggs in a point. That's his out there for Orlando. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 1. The 3.
Oh, what?
That one, no good.
Oh, man, I don't know what happened, but I just let go of my toe.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Vucevic. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Vucevic has got 7 points in the game.
On the interior, Vooch, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
Banchero passes to Bane.
No.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Banchero. Banchero's got his 5th assist in this one. Vucevic setting the pick for White.
Oh, too late.
Offline with his 3.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
And a wide open look for Bane. Again, the miss by Bane. Outside, White. Puts up a 3.
Oh, again?
Carter pulls it in.
Rough start to the second half for them. Only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Carter on the wing. Pass to Bane. Drains it from beyond the arc. And now a 4-point Magic lead.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Banchero against Tatum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
It's always good for this offense when Tatum is putting pressure on their interior defense.
Back to Suggs. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Suggs has got the lead back up to 4 now for the Magic. Vucevic setting the pick for Pritchard. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 8.
There we go.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Come on, come on.
Here's Bane.
Oh,
A shot missing.
nice.
Great D that time from Vucevic. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Brown gets it done inside.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
The Magic have gone 4 of 7 things started here in the second half. Count the basket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow.
White almost picked
way
it.
ahead in that category. Ball movement has been off.
Pritchard with the ball. He's covered by Suggs. It's
no.
Wagner passes the Carter. Rebound, Boston.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Pass to Pritchard. Outside Tatum. Great defense that time from Banchero. Wagner finds Banchero. Now here is Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
He gives up a bit of size at the center position, but his leaping ability, well, let's just say that makes up for it.
Tatum with the screen on Suggs. And another miss by Boston.
Come on.
Magic leading by 3. Banchero looking around. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Shot and game clock separated by 5. White wide open. He fires. No good with the wing jumper. Here's Bane. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Here's Pritchard. A baseline J. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Desmond Bane getting it done for the Magic. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And we're happy to have you back for more playoff basketball here in round 1. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the 4th quarter. Peyton Pritchard out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center position.
And there's no quit when it comes to battling there until the final whistle. What a putback.
The deeper into crunch time we get, the harder he's going to work on that offensive glass.
No one near Suggs as he lets it go. Carries it from three-point range. Suggs has got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic. Brown with it. Inside. Queta. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
And we've played through about a minute here in the 4th. Bitadze is screen on Pritchard. Pass to Bitadze. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Brown deciding where to go with it. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Bitadze. Outside, Payne. From the line, and it's Orlando with another.
This is not the same guy we saw in the first half. So credit him for finding a way to shake off those first 2 quarters.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. For the Magic, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Paolo Banchero comes in for Wagner. And Wagner subbed in for Black. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach did everything he could to fire up his team, saying, quote, "This is where every one of you has to dig deep. It's going to come down to who wants it more. Anything to give his team an extra push to close the gap." Guys?
And Allie, thanks so much. And it's Vucevic missing. Magic leading by 5. Here's Banchero. And the three misses.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Oh, you gotta prevent Tatum from getting into the lane, because once he's in there, you're done.
Banchero fires. Rebounded by Tatum.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight, because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Here's Pritchard. That's off.
And here we go, guys. This possession could make or break them right here.
Brown. Cleared away by Carter. Magic leading by 3. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Suggs. And get the 3. Austin's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Tatum. The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Payne. He's off from 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Brown sets a screen for Tatum. No up that time on a shot that would have put him on top. Ooh, it hurts. Here's Suggs. Al Wagner. Up top, Bane. Guarded by Tatum. And they pick up the 2.
Just absolute ice in the veins of Bane. That is an impressive bucket.
Austin's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now, Vucevic. Tatum outside to take the lead. There's the jumper. Nice one.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
The Magic called timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
They do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1, we'll see if they try.
Austin making some changes. Jones comes in for Vucevic, and it's Dante Exum in for Pritchard. Here's Bane. One-handed!
This team trusts Bane, and he comes through.
Now White. Tatum outside. We got 22 seconds left in the game. Oh, the jumper goes.
And this is exactly who Tatum is. Someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
The Magic called timeout. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3, but they'll probably try for a 2, but if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Outside, Bane. From about 19. And it misses. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking. Second of 2 is good. That makes it a 3-point lead. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books.
You know, this victory all but seals the deal. As strong as they look throughout this game and this series, I'll be shocked if they don't close it out in Game 4.
And that about wraps it up for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jason Tatum.